Leon, I remember, he was a very new foal really. He was very young when he came to us, and at first he seemed really bright. He was one of a group of foals with their mums, you know, full of life, even though we knew there were strangles in the herd. And then his symptoms got worse and worse, and he started to lose his interest in life, and that's when you really worry about them, when they start to look dull and depressed, when you know that that's just not their nature at all.
It's actually really upsetting to know that he really was very poorly with strangles, and I know, you know, it took quite a few months for him to get over it. So yeah, it's really distressing that it can affect any horse or pony.
I think Leon was notably sicker than most of the others. I mean, there were a couple of others in his group that also developed really big abscesses. Obviously when they're small, a large abscess, it's really visually quite striking, and he also had abscesses just above his eyes. He was still suckling. He was so young that he needed to still suckle from his mum, but it was clearly uncomfortable, you know, sort of moving his neck and getting into that position. You could hear his breathing was quite raspy because the abscesses were impacting on his windpipe, so we were keeping a really close eye on him.
Since taking Leon on loan and knowing that he did have strangles, it certainly made me want to go and research myself what strangles is and how we can avoid it in the first place. I appreciate horses and ponies that have had strangles can get it again, so it's very at the forefront of certainly a horse owner's mind as to try and prevent it in the future. He's so endearing, he just makes me smile every day. He's very cheeky, loves his food, loves the attention, and I think really since being rehoned from Red Wings does love the one-to-one attention that we can give him here as a family.
Having seen a lot of strangles working at Red Wings quarantine yard, Leon and some of the ones that have it very badly like that do remind you to take it very seriously. Don't be alarmist about the disease. It is practical to deal with. Work with vets. They can survive, but it's a disease to be taken seriously.
In Strangles Awareness Week this year, horse owners are being encouraged to take part in the Temp Check challenge, where they check their horse's temperature every day, and this seems a really good idea to try and spot any early signs of strangles in their horses.
So Strangles Awareness Week is a fantastic campaign, annual event to help raise awareness, get people talking about the disease, sharing practical ideas, and this year we're sharing one of the simplest ways people can get on top of their horse's health and hopefully stay a step ahead of disease, which is the Temp Check challenge. So we know that fever is one of the very earliest signs of strangles, and if you can spot fever and take action before the horse has developed other signs, you've normally caught the disease before it's had a chance to spread to other horses. It's so nice to be able to see Leon again doing so well after knowing that he was so ill, and we were really quite worried about him at one point. But yeah, see him today having put that all completely behind him, enjoying life in a fabulous home. You'd never know what he'd been through, but it does make all the hard work worthwhile. This is the happy ending for us for sure.